Our first watch is a Richard Mille RM023 rose gold burgundy with a burgundy trim. Beautiful watch. Beautiful watch. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want. Don't pay for that watch more than $89,000 in dropping. All right, guys? You guys do whatever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Rolex Rose Gold Sky-Dweller 42 millimeter. Reference number 336935. Blue, you know, it's blue eyes. They call this blue eyes. I'm going to try to do this watch market a bit quick so I won't get frozen no more and you guys can go on with your day. All right, guys? But remember, we reached 8,500. Blue eyes. The retail price is $58,300 with an oyster bracelet, rose gold. We know with the blue eyes dial. Don't pay for that watch more than $54,000 and dropping. Just in case I get frozen up again, I'm going to talk to Mr. Franco Fiore. I'm going to give him a watch market update, and he is live here with us of a Patek Philippe 3710 stainless steel jumbo 42 millimeter. One of my favorite Patek Philippe's, you know, because of the size. I can be in a real good day, I'm 6'3", you know, 6'3", you know, and then in a, I don't know, I could be 6'4", 6'3", you know, it depends how the weather is, you know, in this sunny Miami, you know, and I can wear a big watch, you know, this is a 40 and it looks like it's, you know, it looks like a 36, but with a 42, it's very, very powerful, this beautiful, you know, Patek Philippe. They call this watch, you know, the Jumbo Comet, you know, and it's black dial and it has power reserve, you know, it has a date, you know, window. This is an absolutely beautiful watch, and I think this watch is under the radar, you know. I mean, this is the watch to me that, you know, this is a sickening watch, you know. It's a collector's, you know, choice, collector's grade, collector's dream, you know. I won't say collector's grade because it's not. And this watch, you know, you could have bought it some years ago very, very, you know, economically, you know. And I still say that today is very economically. And if you are thinking of purchasing this watch, Franco Fiore, this is a beautiful watch. They're asking for this watch out there, $85,000, $95,000, $100,000, right? You know, and don't be surprised to the price I'm going to give you. It can be found. You know how it can be found? You cut one of my clips of right now this watch market update and you send it to them, and that's what you need to do. Don't pay for that watch, and I mean don't pay for that watch more than $63,900. And okay, you know what to do, all right? And you want it full set. You want it full set. You want it with all the bells and whistles from 2006. You know, you want it from that time. It's that time, that watch. That watch, I believe, is under. You know, under that watch it should be. But you know, these lambones is how they do things. You know, is whatever they tell you to do is what you do. So you know what to do already with that number. Don't pay more. You do whatever you want, right, guys? Our next watch, ladies and gentlemen, is an AP Royal Oak Annual Calendar, blue dial. You know, unbelievable, this watch. Reference number 26574OR, 41 millimeter. I'm just going to go straight into rose gold, you know, with that beautiful blue dial, annual calendar. Beautiful looking watch. And ladies and gentlemen, I told you last month for this watch market dead. Watch market dead in the backyard pool and floating face down like this. I think dead. I told you last month, or a month and a half ago, I told you don't pay for that watch more than $140,000. Don't get scared. Don't pay for that watch more than $111,000. And okay, again, dead. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Vacheron Constantin Overseas 4500V blue dial. The most beautiful blue dial in the industry. Vacheron Constantin produces it. The most beautiful blue dial. Unbelievable. This is the 4500V, not the 4520. Listen and learn. 4500. And ladies and gentlemen, has a retail price of $25,000. And I'm going to tell you, don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. You want a full set. Use slider condition material. Don't pay for that watch more than $18,900. And 7. Debt. Do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Our next watch, ladies and gentlemen, is a beautiful watch. So beautiful watch, ladies and gentlemen, is a Rolex Platinum Daytona 40 millimeter blue baguette dial or ice blue baguette dial. Beautiful watch, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful watch. 116506. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want with your money. You can do whatever you want. It's not going to bother you when you do with your money. And I mean, don't pay for that Rolex Platinum, you know, with the chocolate ceramic bezel, you know, the baby pamper blue dial. Don't pay for that watch. And I mean, don't pay for that watch more than $91,000. And I don't care what they tell you. I don't care what they tell you. The watch market is dead. I know what I'm telling you. I know you got to be careful with your 401k. You got to be careful. Those people over there, you know, from over there, from Goldman Sachs, you know, and Barclays, they'll take off your socks off without taking off your shoes. Unbelievable. You do whatever you want, ladies and gentlemen. Our next watch, ladies and gentlemen, this is a sad watch. I always get sad with this watch. Of all the people that lost, you know, all their money, like the way they lost all those mortgages, you know, from all those bankers over there, you know, on Wall Street. You know, this is an AP Royal Oak Yellow Gold Green dial, 41 millimeter, you know, crayon green, unbelievable. Reference number 26331BA. Limited edition to 125 pieces. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this, but that watch was being sold at one moment. You're not going to believe this. It was being sold for $700,000. Hay que ser tremendo lambón. Tremendo lambón hay que ser, tremendo lambón. You got to be tremendous lambón, you know? I'm telling you, palomo. You know what palomo is? Naive. You got to be tremendous naive, you know? This is unbelievable. $700,000. Limited to 125 pieces around the world. Yellow gold, green dial, 26331BA. Unbelievable. Exactly. Limited edition equals logo. Deep. Unbelievable. And ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want, sir. Here it goes for you. Don't pay for that watch more than $160,000. And bam! There it is. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a watch here. A Richard Mille. Another Richard Mille. Richard Mille watches are dead in water. Stop giving your children's tuition money away. Stop giving away your wife's 401k. You already gave yours already. Stop giving away your wife's 401k. I know what I'm telling you. I'm going to be talking about a watch that this is serious stuff. This is serious. The watch that I'm going to talk to you about now is serious stuff. This is a Richard Mille RM 7201 Chronograph. Skelly. Unbelievable, you know, unbelievable machine. But then it has this name. It has the Le Mans colors, you know, that green, that white, you know, Le Mans, you know, like Rolex Le Mans. But this is the Richard Mille. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know about this watch was all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. One more time. All the way up with that guy, you know, the Iron Sheik, Tunic Man, you know. You only gave it to the sheiks over there. The sheiks got that watch. Because it's all the way up, ladies and gentlemen. All the way up. I'm talking about all the way up. All the way up. Don't pay for that watch. Don't get scared, Richard Mille owners. Don't get scared. It's just me. It's just me. You know, it's just me. You know that kid over there that I call Harry Potter? He's walking around all over the streets with 4 of them in his hands, trying to get rid of them, you know? And I'm going to tell you, I don't want to tell you what they were being sold for because it's disgusting. But I'm going to tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that watch. And I mean, don't pay for that watch. Don't be stupid. Don't pay more than $350,000 and dumping, Iron Sheik, dumping, Tunic Man, dumping, dead. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. This is the big kaboom. This is the big kaboom. 18 years. 18 years. 18 years is coming up in December. Get ready. They're going to get you. They're going to get you. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Rolex Day-Date. Reference number 228349 RBR. You know, one of those off catalogs. You know, $125,000. Diamond, you know, bezel. You know, all factory. Pave dial with the blue markers on the 6 and on the 9. Unbelievable. Monster watch. Watch was being sold for, you know, for those people, you know, big people. $250,000. Ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. I described it to you. White gold, you know? White gold, 40. You know, Day-Date. Ceramic bezel, pave dial. You know, that blue sapphire on the 6 and on the 9. Don't pay for that watch, and I mean don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. Don't get scared. Don't pay for it more than $83,000 and dumping. Dumping. You want a full set. If you don't get a full set, you don't want it. You do whatever you want. This is a watch for these H. Moser fans. You know, a Streamliner, Alpine, reference number 68111200, limited. Tourbillon with a 42.8 millimeter casing. You know, unbelievable. This is a three-dimensional movement, you know, with cylinders and hairsprings. This watch is an F1, you know, wristwatch. Formula, the Moose. The Moose. The Moose, ladies and gentlemen. Moser. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't know about this stuff. This is a Formula One in your hand. You know, blue strap. You know, blue dial. Tourbillon. It wants to fly. It's unbelievable, this watch. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this. That this is a $110,000 retail watch. $110,000. And to you, H. Moser fans out there, don't pay for that watch. I mean, I'm telling you, this is something incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Don't pay for that watch more than $66,000 and dumping. Dumping. Dead. You do whatever you want. Our next watch is an AP Royal Oak Rose Gold Blue Chrono. Reference number 26331, 41 millimeter. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you something today. I'm sure most of you know this, but to the ones that don't know it, I'm going to teach you something. When they talk to you about this watch, this, you know, AP Royal Oak Chrono Rose Gold with a blue dial, right? 41 millimeter, and it's the reference number 26331, but they don't tell you this part. They tell you it's converted. It's a watch that wasn't born fully rose gold. You know, when they use the word converted, that means everything is authentic on the watch, but it was born with the casing and rose gold chrono with a blue dial, but it had a leather strap and a buckle in rose gold. They took that out and they ordered the bracelet and they converted it into a full rose chrono 26331, but it wasn't born that way now, so that's why they call it converted. Okay? So when you hear the word converted, you know what it is, all right? And don't pay for that watch, ladies and gentlemen. You do whatever you want. Don't pay for that watch more than $73,000 and dropping. Just in case you want to know, if you want to buy that rose gold bracelet from AP, it's going to cost you like $30,000 and change. All right? Just in case you want that. Ladies and gentlemen, here's another watch. Patek Philippe Grand Complications, the Celestial. You know what a Celestial is? It's a monster watch. It's a monster watch. You know, it's unbelievable. You know, the Celestial. Thank you very much, Damon. Thank you so much for the kind words. The Celestial, ladies and gentlemen. This is platinum. It's a beautiful watch. You know, this is a watch that, again, this is a type of watch that you put on and, you know, if a lady stops by you, she's not going to drop her panties. It's more of a respectable watch. You know, a Celestial, papi, you know, 44 millimeter platinum, you know, with that moon dial. Unbelievable. It's crazy, this watch. It's crazy. And ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you the truth. You know, you're talking about a retail price on this watch of $374,534. 374,534. You know, Celestial. You know, grand complications. You know, just the head, the casing of the watch is platinum, and the little buckle, the rest is leather. And I'm gonna tell you, because I'm kind of stupid like that, don't pay for that watch, and you do whatever you want. You do whatever you want, but don't pay for that watch more. Don't pay. Listen, don't play with me, watch dealers out there. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. And don't play with my subscribers. Don't play with my subscribers. Don't play with me. You know why I'm saying that? Because somebody is parading that watch around and has it, you can put whatever number you want on a watch. Doesn't mean you sold it. But he's asking for the watch $375,000. And the watch costs $374,534. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm stupid like that. Because I'm stupid. Sir, you're going to put this watch away. Because with this channel, my army, forget about it. Don't pay for that watch more than $298,000 and do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is AP Royal Oak Stainless Steel 15510. 50th anniversary, green dial, 41 millimeter. Does anybody know what I'm going to turn out to pay for that watch? Because I know you like this, the rotor with the 50th, anniversary on the rotor that spins around. Does anybody know? Nobody knows? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you because I'm stupid like that. Don't pay for that beautiful AP Royal Oak Stainless Steel 15510. 50th anniversary green dial, 41 millimeter. Don't pay more. And I mean, don't pay more than $44,000 in. Kilo, hala, down again. Don't play with us. Don't play in this channel. Don't play in this channel. I know what it is. And ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this beautiful watch show. I hope you guys enjoy this watch show. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed, because I really enjoyed it very, very much. Well, guys, thank you so much. And like me and Sweet Kikino will say always, take care and brush your hair.